Is kissing someone other than your partner technically cheating? A recent study found that 1 in 5 men say it's not, while nearly 90% of women say yes it is.
Whoa. Yeah, matchmaker Julie Amen with It's Just Lunch is here today to talk about why men and women view cheating differently and where to draw the line. And that's where we start. Why is there this discrepancy between views?
Yeah. Well, they view the act of kissing differently. For most women, it's as much emotional as it is physical, while for some men, it's purely physical.
That's heartbreaking. Okay, how would you define cheating when it comes to dating?
Cheating is ultimately violating your partner's expectations, and so it's that gray area when you're dating. If you're in a committed one-on-one relationship, pretty clear to assume that your significant other isn't out hooking up or smooching someone else. But when you're dating and it's not exclusive, that's where that gray area comes in. So it's so important to talk about it. Communicate. What are your expectations?
Draw the boundaries,
where
right?
you don't have those boundaries, you're inviting that disrespect and potential feelings of betrayal.
All right, and like getting to cheating, there's different forms of it. So let's break it down because it really does get into that gray area.
Well, there's emotional and there's physical. Again, very easy to take a look and say what's physical betrayal. Emotional is a little bit tougher. It can be as easy as flirting, right? So flirting can be fun. It can also be a problem when you're in a relationship. If it's just fun and it ends right there, you're fine.
Okay.
But if you're flirting to get something out of it, maybe a date or something else, you just cross the line into cheating.
And what if it's just friendly flirting?
If it's just friendly flirting, and again, it stops right there, I think you're fine. And that can be by text too. It's the way we flirt and communicate nowadays. And so it's important to be respectful and know the difference between fun and flirty and being intimate.
And if you're locking your phone so that your partner doesn't read your text?
If it doesn't feel right, you're probably, in that outside of that gray zone and cheating. And so I tell clients all the time at It's Just Lunch, if your conscience is telling you you're doing something wrong, you most likely are. So be respectful. And with texting, if you're not exclusive, you're dating different people, don't text anyone else while you're in the presence of a date or with someone.
Right.
That's something that can come
What
up.
about language with texting? Because there's so, things can get lost in translation between the text or even emojis or pictures or whatnot.
Or they can get a little steamy.
They can, and again, if you're exposing yourself, and that can be in a lot of different ways, even emotionally, opening yourself up, and those expectations aren't set clearly in the relationship, then most likely you're cheating. So again, it comes down to communication, talking about what your expectations are, where you are as a couple. Thinking someone is good looking or attractive isn't cheating. Acting on it is.
Yeah, because, I mean, we're human. And so to recognize that someone is attractive.
To recognize beauty, I mean, is
most men and women would agree with that. They really would. The problem is if you don't have that confidence in your relationship, or maybe someone has a little lack of security within themselves, then talking about other people can fuel that insecurity. So you want to be aware of that, but ultimately you're right, it is not cheating to think someone else is beautiful. It's only if you go after that beauty that is cheating.
The gray area, that's what I'm hearing. You just don't want to be in that gray area. That just kind of makes things a little bit difficult.
It's best to have good intentions, and again, it all comes down to communication and open communication with your partner.
And you said if it feels wrong, then it most likely is.
It most likely is. You have that gauge, and if you're unsure, have a good, honest conversation. Hey, these are my expectations. This is what I'm looking for. Are we on the same page or not? So that you can move on or grow in the relationship.
All right. Julie Amen, thank you so much
for
chatting
having
with
me.
us.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.